Hello, hello, beautiful people. I want to welcome you to what is sure to be my most ridiculous video yet. But I haven't made that many videos, so how ridiculous can it really be? And this one has a petticoat and a really awesome hat, so I'm not trying to tell you your business, but if I were you, I'd stick around. Okay, so this is actually a Dia & Co story. Back when I first started looking into Dia & Co boxes, my first box was the Stitch Fix. My second, I was like, hey, I got to find something plus size. Let's go look at Dia & Co. I decided to order a box. Whenever I wrote my little message in there, I was like, hey, you guys have some really cool, I guess, vintage pieces. And I would love it if those came in my box. Then my box came, and alas, there were no vintage pieces. And I thought, oh, and so I wrote customer service. And I was like, hey, customer service, this is Meredith. You don't know me. I've only ordered one box, and I've only kept a thing from it. But I am very interested in your vintage items. I would love for those to come in my box. Is there a way for me to do that? And they said, no, there is not a way for us to do that. We do not send the unique vintage items in your box, but you are absolutely welcome to order the unique vintage items on our website. So felt a smidge ridiculous, and I ordered some things on the website. Now, a few warnings, and clearly this box has been opened, and the reason is because when you're looking at the unique vintage stuff, you need to make sure you are checking your sizes, because I've got something in here that's too small, and I realized it a little bit after I ordered, which is why I took it out, just kind of hoping, and no, it's not. So in some things, like I'm a 3X is a 22, which is where I am. In some things, it's a 22 to 24. In a lot of unique vintage items, a 3X is a 20. So you just need to be careful, because otherwise you're going to get some really, really cute pants that aren't going to zip, and you might secretly cry about it. So really, this goes back, and I'm so bad at telling stories. I'm not good at getting to the point, and I really apologize, but I hope that y'all love me for it anyway, because I love you. So the reason that I started looking at these unique vintage pieces is because I went to a breakfast at Tiffany's tea with my daughter, and it was not quite a year ago. Whenever we signed up for the tea, we got the beautiful little invitation, and it said, wear your favorite little black dress. Okay, so I took that to mean wear your favorite little black dress, and that is not what it meant. Well, I mean, it meant that to me and quite a few other moms, but a lot of ladies were like decked out, dressed to the nines, 100% gorgeous, looking like Audrey Hepburn, and that was not me. So I totally fit in. It really worked, but we're going to be doing a vintage tea, and I want to be that extra mom, like 100% extra. I want to be it. I want to be beautiful. I want to have the hat. I want to have the right necklace. And Dia & Co. introduced me to unique vintage. And the crazy thing is that when this box came in and it said unique vintage on it, I was like, hold up, I ordered from Dia & Co. The reason that they couldn't put it in my box is because Dia & Co. I don't know exactly how drop shipping works. Dia & Co. drop ships unique vintage drop ships. There's some drop shipping going on, and it involves unique vintage and Dia & Co., but they are like two different companies. I ordered from Dia & Co. Unique vintage sent me this stuff. So that's where we are. So I think we're going to look into this. But the really exciting thing is that when I ordered this, I needed a few other things that were not for sale on the Dia & Co. website. So enter the petticoat. I actually got this on Amazon. It's a fabulous plus size petticoat. It was amazingly hard to find a plus size petticoat. You would think that, they should not discriminate with the petticoats. We all need a little bit of extra floof in our lives, even those of us that come with a little bit of extra floof, right? And then I also have this amazing hat, which I will, you know what, let's go ahead and look at it. It's amazing. No, I'm not. No. I'm going to show you what it's on my head, because it's going to add some amazing dramatic effects. It's ridiculous also. It's also from Amazon. So another thing to be careful of when you're ordering from Dia & Co. or Unique Vintage is that you are actually ordering the right item. Like, I ordered a pair of pants whenever I was totally positive I was ordering a polka dotted shirt. And then whenever I got my invoice, after I'd already paid and it had shipped, I saw that I had gotten a polka dotted shirt. And the polka dotted shirt that I wanted was sold out. So enter Amazon with a slightly subpar polka dotted shirt, but in the event that I need it, girlfriend's got it, okay? So, first is, let's see, yeah, that is the bottom of the dress. It is a long sleeve, boat neck, little 50s style dress. I'm super excited about this. This is a 4X and it's a 22-24. So this likes to pop out. I cannot wait to see this on with the, I'm wondering, I've seen crinoline. I've always called it a petticoat. I'm just going to call it a petticoat. So I cannot wait to see it with the petticoat. Petticoat just came in so I could film this box. Next, we've got these high-waisted suspender pants. And y'all, that is an extreme amount of buttons because the suspenders have to attach to them. I have never in my life worn suspenders, but today is the day. I'm wearing suspenders for you, and we're going to do this together. It is going to be glorious. I'm so excited about these. They've got a little bit of skinniness going on. They might be super unattractive, and I don't care. I'm so excited for them. Next is a different, like, little 50s style dress. It has lace at the top. It's got a little sweetheart line, and it has a solid black collar. And then it's got a belt that I think is supposed to go right underneath the bust. It's been a while since I looked at those thumbnails, but we shall see. And I think that this needs a petticoat too. I honestly don't know, but I'm going to try it on with one. These are the very boring high-waisted pants that I thought were a polka dotted blouse. Totally user error, 100% my fault, but I'm going to try them on. I can almost guarantee I'm going to send these back because it was not my intention to order them. Yeah, these are just high-waisted black pants. Maybe they'll be fabulous. Maybe these will be like my next go-to work pants. Unsure, but time will tell, and not too much time. Oh, this is sweet. This is a little, I think this was in like the 1920s, 1930s section with the little suspender pants. It is a button front, collared, like ruffle collar top, just a little blousey sleeve. I am excited about this little guy. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna go to my my polka dot number. And I also have a yellow one that I got on Amazon. I haven't tried those on, so they might not even fit. You know, sometimes the Amazon ones run super small. Okay, these are the jeans that I'm not going to be trying on for you, but I'm going to see if I can get them in a larger size. I ordered them in a 3X, but it's a 20. I can't fit in a 20. They have the most adorable little buttons here. They have this cute pocket, and they are wide leg. These are so me, but all of me cannot fit in them, and so they're going to go back in the box, and y'all aren't going to see any more of them, but I want you. Those, of course, would not be worn to the T. Neither are the suspender pants, but I thought, hey, let's try these other dresses, and I would love to try some suspender pants. There were also a couple blouses that I ordered. One had like a really pretty like blue Eiffel Tower print with a black scarf that tied around it, but it sold out before it could be shipped to me, and so I was refunded. And then there was another that was, I think, a pink and black polka dot. And then there was a red polka dot dress, because there's not a whole lot of color in what I've got for you today. But I tried. They did not want to send me the color. So without further ado, I'm going to scoot you back. I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way, and we're going to have a little 1930s through 50s fashion show. Thank you, guys. All right, y'all, the first lady in, and she does not disappoint. So I do wish there was a little more color, and I only have these two dresses to show you, so I think I'm going to bookend them, one at the beginning and one at the end. But you know what my mom always taught me? We do not cry about those that do not attend our party. We celebrate with the ones that chose to come. So I am celebrating this beauty. Woo! Now, I did add the petticoat, but boy, does it make a difference. Like, look at that. I mean, that is so fun. I don't know that this is something I could just wear out, but also at the same time, I don't really see why not. Now, I feel a little bit choked. This might hit my microphone, so I'm going to untie it real quick without you. I might like it better like that just for the way that it feels, but I'm going to spin a little to see some motion. I really like this. I think it's a whole lot of fun. Ooh, you guys, look, it has pockets. Now, you know that they did not have pockets in their dresses in the 50s. They just didn't have all the modern conveniences. More about form than function. Is that right? Form than function? I think that's right. I was about to say form than fashion, but I knew that was wrong. So I really like this. I like the sheer top. The black collar adds a whole lot. I think it's pretty. I mean, I think it gives me a nice shape. I think this is a definite contender for a vintage one. I'd have to figure out how I want to do that. Y'all know the hair where it's like, I'm sure there's a YouTube video on that because there's a YouTube video on everything. So my next task is going to be finding an awesome period hair tutorial. All right, where to go to the next outfit? Wah, wah, wah. They can't all be winners. This shirt is from Amazon, and it's basically like getting me ready to give blood. I got a tourniquet going on on these cuffs. But in theory, it's cute. These pants are getting a little too familiar with my calves and ankles. And then the top is just like, we got fabric for days going on up here. I mean, it's kind of odd. I don't know who it's fitted for, but it is not fit for me. So these are definitely going back. In all honesty, before I tried them on, I knew they were going back because I thought I was ordering that polka dot. So I'm going to change out of this. I'm about to get some suspenders going on. Okay, this is too fun. I ended up grabbing one of my husband's hats. His head is way larger than mine. So I love the suspenders. I think this said it was like 1930s, but I don't know that ladies ever really dressed like this. So the high-waisted pants are super fun. I don't know where I'd wear this. It's not for the tee. I felt like I needed it. They might stay here. I'm unsure. So I really love it with the hat. So y'all, this hat, I actually met my husband at Mr. Debonair, which was like a fundraiser male beauty pageant that our high school put on. We met in high school. We were high school sweethearts. And he was backstage. I was actually a stage manager because I was in theater and I did all the sounds and stage managing type stuff. And I see him and he comes up and he starts talking to me and I just see this guy in a hat. And yeah, we started dating shortly after and the rest is history. It's about, let's see, we dated all through the rest of high school, all through college, and we've been married for almost 18 years. So this hat has a lot of history. I don't know. I think it does good stuff. Okay, this is the hat that I was alluding to in the beginning. I got this on Amazon and I thought that it went really well. The lady in the picture wore a hat. I'm not super good at accessorizing. I have no idea what kind of necklace I could wear because the boat neckline is just so lovely. I think that anything would kind of distract from it. I feel like this dress really needs the petticoat. It's super fun. This one feels more elegant. This might be what I'm going for. Does it? Ooh, this one has pockets as well. They know how to treat a lady right. I love the dropped back neckline. I think that's super pretty. I think it just gives a very nice form-fitting, I guess, figure while still definitely being a unique vintage piece. This fabric is very much a stretch fabric. It's super comfortable. I'm sure it's a polyester. I mean, I think that it's forgiving. I think that it's lovely. Let's do a little spin test. Woo! Y'all look. It is beautiful. I think that, let's see. And so I'm going to pull it up so to where it just flounces like the dress does, but you don't have like the white peekaboo. That probably makes it seem a little bit more elegant. I actually can't see. Myself is like this big over there, but I'm going to check it out and see how I like it. I really do like the hat. and if I did this, I would do the really great like 30s curls. And of course, watch a YouTube video to do that. So I do have to say my favorite time periods, and you may know by my gram in the other where I've got my British man, I love Victorian and Regency. I am like a sucker for Pride and Prejudice. I love me some Mr. Darcy, North and South. Love Mr. Thornton. I even love Mr. Rochester, even though my friends and I argue about it. So if there was a unique historical, y'all would probably see me in, Empire waist dresses and very long flowing gowns. I actually have a friend who makes those things, and she does like Victorian Dickens on the Strand every year. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. But I don't know. I just really wanted to share this with you, that you can find these things in plus size. It's so hard to find actual vintage clothes in plus sizes. Like if you go to thrift stores, even upscale like consignment stores, it's just difficult because, sizes, there weren't as many, and then oftentimes, and this is what my friend who I was just telling you about, the reason that we have teeny tiny clothes remaining from like the Victorian era and before is because every piece of fabric was cherished. It was rare. And so they would recut those, and they'd have to recut them smaller and fashion them into the latest fashions. And so it's not that everyone was the equivalent of a size 0. It's that those are what remain because they couldn't be cut down any smaller. Not that they began as like a 3X, but the average may not have been as tiny as we, hold it true to be. So I don't know. Interesting little historical factoid that I just thought was interesting. So I'm going to bring you in, talk a little bit about these, like what I want to send back, what I want to keep. The funny thing is I never would have considered sending things back before I started doing these subscription boxes. I've never been an order things and send them back. I've been like an order things, have severe buyer's regret. So maybe this is good for me. Well, I had intended on changing before we saw each other again, but I've got to unzip this and I need assistance and I don't want to have to make my daughter run downstairs to help me. So, hey, this top right here that I was wearing in the beginning was from BloomChic. Y'all, I've been really impressed with BloomChic, and I actually have a bag from them that I think that I am going to do a video for. I really have been impressed with their clothes too. The thing that I love most about doing these boxes is that I have discovered so many different brands. Like, never would I have known about Unique Vintage had I not discovered Dia & Co. And even though I've gotten Dia & Co. advertisements for years on my Facebook, I never would have subscribed to them if I hadn't tried Stitch Fix first. And the reason that I tried Stitch Fix is because my sister-in-law was doing it and asked me if I'd use her referral code. So, rabbit hole. Okay, so this dress I might have to keep forever because it's zipped and I can't undo it. So, but I really like it. This might be the one. This little yellow top, it's going to Amazon. See you later. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to keep this pretty white blouse. It is just lovely. It's very versatile. I don't think that it required like the suspender pants or the weird pillow pants. When I first put these suspender pants on, I felt kind of like I looked a little bit like Danny DeVito's Penguin from Batman, and I did not think it was a good look. But then I kind of straightened some things up. I sucked some things in, and then I added that hat that I found in my husband's closet, brought back some memories, and there's a distinct possibility. We shall see. I'm going to have to go back. I know I say that all the time. I'm going to have to go back and watch the video, but I really am. I need to get a full-length mirror in here. All right, little pencil leg pants that were too big in the waist are going back. I have no idea how these were sized, but I mean, I do know that they're sized. They were a 4X, which here is the equivalent of a 22, 24, but the same, those jeans that I could not get zipped for the life of me were a 3X and a 20 by the same brand. So, I don't know. Maybe there's stretch to these and not to those, but doesn't work, and that's the way it is. So, and then last but not least is this sheer one. And I didn't think that I would like this one as much as I do, but the two dresses I think are probably a definite keep. Yeah. Do y'all feel guilty if you order something online about returning the additional items? Like if it doesn't work for you, do you feel guilty about that? I don't feel guilty about returning items that come in like the styling subscription boxes, but whenever I've ordered these items and I've chosen them and I've paid for them, is it, in your opinion, completely okay to return them as long as it's within the return policy? I felt like the return policy was pretty generous. It's like 30 days, I think, from the shipping date or 30 days from the order date. So I don't know. I would like to know. And I hope that this format was okay for you. I really enjoyed Unique Vintage, and I don't think that this will be my last box. I'm going to look and see. I have no idea what the difference in Dia & Co.'s price versus Unique Vintage's price, but I do know that Unique Vintage is actually the ones who sent it. I have an invoice with no prices on it from Unique Vintage in there. So I hope that you enjoyed this and that you have a lovely day, darling.